Hello and welcome to this episode of No Blasters with me, Kieran Bartlett. I have a wee bit of a McMuffin stuck somewhere here. I feel like I need to burp it up, but I also don't want to. But anyway, I want to burp it up a wee bit just so it tasted, but not enough that it actually annoys me now. Today's episode is fuck's sake. Welcome to this episode. Get over to our Patreon, patreon.com/noblasters. For £3 a month, you get access to my brain. You get an extra podcast every Thursday called No Blasters Extra Time. One a month we do is a video episode of the Noodle Bar, which is me and our Kev fucking around with a guitar. We actually play it. I don't mean we're not like spit roasting a fucking six string. Now, although that does sound like the name of a song that I should probably write. But yeah, for £3 a month, you get all that. You get 2 video bulletins a week off me, midweek check-in, a Sunday bulletin. You get access to specials and things like that. Just this week, I've thrown up a wee gig from Lavers that I did a few months ago, just a month and a half ago. Just a full gig you can watch. You get specials, like our Majestic special is going to be out on there in a couple of weeks. Ho, 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 blasters. All our live podcasts have been videoed and put on it. Never mind the mock blame from Christmas time is on there. The new one will be on there after June. We also have you get to ask questions. You can comment on it and all that. You can message us. It's a fucking good time for £6. We also have our cookery segment, which is making a comeback, by the way, bitches. That's right. Because I've neglected that for a wee bit. I say neglected. We made a tour, a fucking Roman food vlog, and that's up there. And I'm gonna do the next Smells Bitchin' very soon. For £6, you can come on and play me. There it is. There's the McMuffin right now. You can come on and play me, and get your own episode of No Blasters Extra Time, where you come on, play me. It's a great time. I've just put a patron to the sword this morning. G James. Anyway, so it's all good. Please do that. It's very enjoyable. You also get pre-announcements of gigs and discounts on most of those gigs as well. It's a good time. Patreon.com/noblasters. Today's episode is sponsored by Joxer. If you're going, what's Joxer? Where have you been? Joxer is the best little bistro you will ever find in your life. It's in Hollywood. It's in Bangor. It bilocates. It's amazing. We do like a nice mutual love relationship with Joxer. They do all your gourmet coffees and teas. They do cocktails. They do buns and bakes. They do amazing brunch. They do dinners. If you want to go for dinner in Joxer, it opens from 5 until 8, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Use Res Diary if you're going to book one of those tables. It opens from 9 until 4 the rest of the week for brunch and things like that, an all-day brunch menu. On that menu, the patented chaffles that everyone talks about that you should definitely go and get. A dirty wee porridge thing, I don't even know what it is, but it's unbelievable. French toast and shit. Joxer. The Joxer is this breakfast bab. Has everything in there. Has everything. I don't even know why you're still watching this. Go to Joxer. We love Joxer. They love us. Please go there. It's a brilliant place. Great place to go with friends. Great place to go on a date. It's fucking great. Go there today. Now, today's guests are none other than Fermanagh comedy stalwart, comedy legend.
How much does Joxer pay you now?
A wee bit. Mark McCarney's here.
I've been trying to get a sponsor.
Joxer pays a wee bit.
And they'll say they pay me to say nothing about them. They want anything to do with me. But you're great at that. That was a very good
do you like that?
Now.
Good read.
I nearly want to go now.
Do you know why it's not a read? Because I'm not reading anything. It's all in there, mate. It's all in.
He's indoctrinated me too.
Our second guest today, our co-guest, Conchur Moore of Conchur. Conch? Do you get that anymore?
Conch, yeah.
Do you get Conch?
Mainly Conch, yeah. Should be Croher.
It should be
Croher.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it.
Yeah.
I did not know it.
Cloher?
Conchur Moore of Document Belfast and also Aquinas Diocese and Grammar buddy.
Right.
Just
me in school.
You know what?
3 academics here, boys.
Yeah.
100%.
We
what did you specialise in?
In Aquinas, fucking
aquariums, fish. You into fish?
Troy McClure.
Yeah, we.
Kanye West.
What did we specialise in our school? Hard Catholicism, probably.
We had a wee chapel and all.
I know our school had a fucking like you could do mass in our school.
They paid for the school.
He's a degree
Yeah.
in priesthood.
£3 million school.
Do you know what we did? We all bought a brick in that school. I still don't know which one's mine.
The two of you.
Remember,
Small
I
town.
bought
I
one.
remember people buying it. I don't think I bought.
I bought one. I say I bought it. My
make
man and
claim.
dad bought one.
How much was it?
Was it 45 quid or something?
Fuck me, you get bricks for £2.
Was it or was it 90?
Fuck.
Was 90 for two bricks?
Inflation now?
Dear,
Like,
I know.
it's a lot
Mate,
of money.
it was some time to be there. Do you remember? Because basically our school was basically like an old fucked sort of dilapidated building, and we had like some mobiles in the middle of it, like in a courtyard, the quad, and then there was mobiles out in this other shitty bit, and then a way out like a 5-minute walk, like
the annex.
5 minutes away. Well, put it this way: 5 minutes from science was RE. Like actually, maybe 7 or 8 minutes. And
Music as well.
music, RE, and history all out there.
Yep.
Do you remember? Were you there? You must have been there the year when, because I think I was in third year, when the pipes in the annex burst because they froze,
Yeah.
and the whole place stank of shite. Right? Do you know how they combated that? With peach flavored cleaner. So then instead of just smelling like shite, it smelled like shite with a hint of your fucking auntie's Quim on it as well, just like a peachy perfume. Disgusting, like.
Sounds great. Our school had a goat.
Like
True story. We were going through 11 plus, and the teacher thought, well, these poor critters aren't going to get any further. We're all depressed, and he's brought in a goat. Wouldn't know algebra without it.
To just stay
how did the goat figure out
11
algebra?
plus with us. I think he's a solicitor now.
most of the kids.
That's man. Where did you go?
He was called Liam. It was just it was literally down the road from me.
Right.
That's the way it was
Fenton.
down with us. You don't go to a school with such and such. It's just whatever's closer to you.
Right. Okay. Right.
So there was a wee school like 4 mile down the road from me, and they flattened it nearly the week after I left.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
how bad it done.
Well, I think our school. So we had this old fuck building, right? And then they designed
Is this
this
secondary school or primary school?
secondary school, and then they designed this fairly modern. It was like the new building was like 2 bananas. So one went like that, and the other one went like that. Like, sorry, I'm not doing this right. One's like that, and one's like that.
Yep.
And then there's like a join in the middle. The mall.
The
as it was
mall,
known.
yeah.
Yeah, just a big fucking hall in the middle of school. Weird building, like.
And like it was weird because we were quite futuristic. Like we had the wee card machines and all
I know,
for
yeah.
the,
It was really
for, like, the canteen and stuff.
early on. Like, I think everywhere has them now, but it was futuristic at the
You know,
time.
doers or not.
Mate, this was
Was
mental.
your teachers mental?
Some of them were,
Every
Some-
one of
there
our
were-
teachers had qualified for something different. So the geography teacher taught PE. The art
Oh,
teacher
yeah,
taught
yeah.
ethnology.
Yeah.
Especially when in the first few years of our school, it was really like that.
Our art
PE
teacher was
teaching
a
RE, like-
genuine psychiatric patient. Like, he should have been locked up. He used to tell every first year, he would tell us a story that he could fly. That one time when he was a child, him and his brother, he stood at the top of the stairs at his house. He closed his eyes, and when he woke up, he was at the bottom of it. Now, we all think he just took a brain hemorrhage and then he woke up at the bottom. And then he taught, and this is true as God, he taught every first year group how to make a pipe bomb. That's as true as God, I swear to
Just
God.
an IRA fucking
Just to ease us in.
OC, just fucking teaching art and some skill. Yeah, that's mental.
Oh, fuck.
I think the mental teachers that we had were probably like there was ones that were quite strict, and when I look back on it and go, our school was really quite tame in the grand scheme
Where
of
was
things.
this school?
Aquinas
Ravenel Road.
on the Ravenhill.
Oh, that's the name of it? Aquinas?
St.
Yeah.
Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah.
Diocesan Grammar School.
A diocesan
I have no
grammar.
idea what that man said there.
Aye.
Your asses in grammar school?
Funny you should mention asses, Mark, because on the badge there was a big ox. Because
Yeah.
people told Thomas Aquinas he was as dumb as an ox, but he was actually smart.
What year was he in?
When was he? Like in the 400s, maybe? Thomas Aquinas.
Long time ago.
Oh,
Like
I thought
early,
he- I thought he was
one of the
first
one of the early Christian fathers. No, no, he wasn't in fourth year or anything when we were in sixth year. No, I've fond memories of that old building though. I don't really have many fond ones in the new building.
I have fond memories of the annex. We used to play wrestling out the front of it
Yeah,
because there was like a
that wee
wee
bit of
square
grass.
grass and it had like railings around it, so it
Yeah.
was like a ring.
we did.
Hurt a lot more, obviously.
See
you just
there,
whipped them
there was
against it.
one year, I think whenever we were in maybe, it was just before the new school, so it was maybe in fifth year, we you know when you start into school like in September, you'll get that 2 or 3 weeks of actually quite nice weather.
Yep.
We were playing on that bit of grass doing prison rules football, where the only rule was there were no rules. So like, I mean, you know, like a goalie would like catch the ball. If you didn't immediately throw it, someone's fucking 2-footing you. Like, it was fucking mad.
Shanked.
Yeah, people were like getting fucking stabbed with pens and all in the middle of trying to fucking knock a volley
I
through.
remember.
Like.
Do you remember the stairs in the annex, right? They used to go like this and then
Yeah, back
to the
up on
top,
themselves.
right?
Yeah.
But there was like a gap you could jump off.
Yeah, that's right.
To the ground floor. I remember like WWF was like really popular. Obviously, it was the Hardy Boys and all, like table matches, and people used to actually get a table out, and then somebody would jump onto the other person onto the table, like.
Yeah,
like this is lunchtime. Just I don't know how the fuck we didn't get.
See, the annex though was like, because music was out there at lunchtime, it was like a fucking free for all.
Yep.
Because there was a load of people. I mean, myself included. I was learning the guitar. You would just run over there and try and fucking get a guitar and have a wee jam for 20 minutes,
Yep.
like at lunchtime.
Your school sounds like something out of American Pie or something.
That's what it was like, mate. I have often thought it was like American Pie with just
Singing
probably
songs now during the break.
less fingering.
In a
Like.
hippie commune, was it?
It was a wee bit.
We got bait if we done
Say
anything
about
creative.
that.
We weren't allowed to look
There
sideways.
was a lot of people doing music. Would you remember?
Yeah.
The school was actually quite supportive of that shit, though. Like, when I look back, I go, a lot of people were really into music at that time, guitar and all. Mate, because I said this, I thought this must have been going on in other schools at that time. People used to, like, busk and all in our school for, like trucker and all.
I sell Mars bars.
You sold Mars bars?
Made a fortune, hey.
For
made a
trucker, or did
spot.
you?
Oh, fuck no, fuck trucker. I was put in the pocket myself. Bought me first Astra with them, with the money.
Did you actually?
Oh, alright, we tuck shop. Used to go down, have a crick in my neck ever since because the weight of the product. Used to have in my blazer.
Jesus Christ.
And I came home with about £60 a day.
That's pretty amazing, like, to be fair. Do you remember, I can't name this person now because they're not here, but also they're a teacher now somewhere, but a guy who was in my year in school, he was in my class, stole, like, a metal ruler out of technology, one of the engineers' rulers, like, and you know the one that was, like, shaped like an M?
Yep.
Do you remember those? And he just used to go to the vending machine with it and get people to crowd around him, and he would, like, kneel down and basically go, "What do you want?" He just like fucking like it was like doing what do you call it? You know, like what do you call?
That looks weird.
What do you call it? The fucking
ATM.
the fat removal thing. What's that? Liposuction.
Oh,
You ever see
liposuction.
him doing that? It was the guy who's like
I do remember
liposuction
that.
on a fucking vending machine.
Now, don't get me wrong. There were some fucking hellions in our school.
Yeah.
Like I remember somebody just whipped a fucking sandwich, just open sandwich, at the teacher's face, and the ham just was down it. And there was another time, right? This guy in science, I won't name names either. He's a respectable individual now again. They're the worst.
Do I know who this person is though?
You probably would, yeah. I think he would have got your bus in the school.
Oh, I definitely do know him.
But he, you know the wee petri dishes, he used to like grow stuff in them. He took mine, grabbed a handful of his pubes, put it in the petri dish, put it in there, and then put it in like the cupboard where they were like growing stuff, and said, "I just want to see what happens with that." Like,
Another you grew, did it?
no, it was my fucking thing as well, so I didn't know he did it at the time. Like, and then the teacher came out and was like, "Fucking, who did this?"
Have a test tube baby walking about. So?
Have you noticed how many people that were like that were in our school have now become teachers?
Yeah, or
Like
doctors,
the
or
ones who were
aye.
the ones who were absolute fucking head
Yeah,
cases.
yeah.
Have like loads of them are teachers.
That's why the country's in the shape it's in. They're all fucking lunatics.
that's why he's a doctor now.
I've seen
yeah.
a couple of people who I started stand up with now trying to be politicians. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
See that's funny, mate, about the pubes because that's like I don't think that happens anymore.
Anybody who did that always got your bus. I'm not going to say what neck of the woods or
No,
something.
no,
Like.
our bus was there's a few Highlands on it actually out of your year as well. Our bus was great. I miss that bus though. Like I miss that school bus more than. I don't miss being in school. Just sort of the crack going to school was good.
How'd you get
Our
to
lunch
school?
times were funny as well because we used to play football.
All bus as well, aye.
Did you?
You think I was going to say back of a donkey?
I
or
don't know.
something?
I don't know. You had a goat in your school, like. You know.
Well, that's primary school. We upgraded to secondary school. We got a bus.
Was it donkey? Was it?
I had taught science.
I mate. What was secondary school like? Whereabouts was secondary school? Was it further away?
It was in a wee town called Dromore,
Right.
which is just outside of Oma.
Do you know what's very annoying about Dromore just outside of Oma is that there's a Dromore just outside of Banbridge,
Yeah,
and if you're looking for houses, sometimes you see one and go,
Yeah.
and I've just done this, where I was like, fuck, tomorrow, it's not that far. And you're maybe looking at it, and you're both looking at it, going, it's actually really lovely. And you go, wonder where it is on the map. Maybe we'll go drive past it, and it's like fucking forever away. And you're like,
Up Noma.
we don't all drive, you know, like DeLorean, Mark McCarney,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking.
Well, I'm so used to it now. The car just drives itself nearly. Just straight on.
Wait, what car do you have?
A Citroen.
Alright, I thought it was actually driving a DeLorean.
No, he we were talking the other night about how long it takes Mark to get home from a gig, and he was like, "Oh, I'll get home in about an hour," and I was like,
To Fermanagh?
Well, I'm Tyrone.
Oh.
"Aye, but if you, it's like if you know, you hit a bump on the road right in Dunmurray, like you just land there clearly, like you know what I mean."
Just them one straight. All you do is close your eyes and keep the steering wheel straight. You're all right.
And DeLorean did come
Do you
from
ever,
Dunmurray.
do you ever be driving right enough and just close your eyes for 2 seconds, just
Do you
to
ever
be
fade
like,
out?
"Can I stay straight on this?"
Do you ever just go, where did that 20 minutes go?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Me too.
I do that a lot.
I don't drive.
You don't drive?
Oh, that's my secret shame.
Oh, why?
You're lucky.
I don't know, I just got lazy. I went to uni in Queens. I was living around, like where I can walk into town and stuff, and I just didn't do it.
Have you a test?
No,
Didn't bother.
my provisional expired. That's how bad it is.
Jesus, that's a pain in the balls though if you
I
ever go
couldn't
learn
allow
I
now.
did a load of lessons, so like I just didn't do it legally. You know, not the lessons.
I know what you
The
mean, yeah.
license.
So what was I going to say there? So just to conclude, really on our school for a minute, I want to talk about this time. So there was a time you'll definitely remember this. There's another guy that we went to school with who definitely remembers it, who came to see me do comedy before as well. So towards the end of my time in school, I think I had maybe like a week or two left before, maybe a week before, you know, that weird week when you're doing your A-levels where
Yep.
they're going to kick you loose, but they don't tell you when you're finishing.
Yep.
And you're already sort of, every day could be the day where you start fucking signing people's shirts, you know what I am? And and we were in the study, like in the, yeah, that's what it was, I don't know what they call that in other schools. Is it a study? Like just the fucking,
Classroom?
like a big room.
Is that a big room? Not a study room?
No, like a big room.
It's like a big.
It's like a big room
Library.
for everybody that's on free periods.
Green room?
And then whenever like there'd be like somebody just supervising and you're just working on your own shit. There's no teacher. It's just like
Your school was in the future. Hey, we had nothing like that there.
a sixth form room.
I remember the day we got double glazing windows. Went, holy fuck! What year are we in?
It's gonna keep all the knowledge
Using
in,
private rooms.
keep all the pedos out, you know. So like
They were funding your school.
so
Clearly.
like so we were in the study anyway, and we were playing a game. I can't remember if we were playing Dick or Cunt. It was one of them. It might have been Cunt.
What's Dicker called?
Right, so a game, you know, where you go Cunt, and then you have to say it louder, and then he's to say it louder again, and it just goes around a
Gradually gets
circle.
hard because there's a supervisor woman in there.
There's a supervisor, so you'll just be sitting in a completely silent room, and somebody will go Cunt.
I've
then
never
another
heard
person
that.
goes-
And then it'll just go Cunt, and then it'll eventually go. Somebody will eventually have to go Cunt.
Do you ever see
know
that
what I mean?
game? Remember we were talking about TikTok. Ever see the game where people are like pouring a wee bit of water onto the glass until it spills over? You didn't see that one?
No, just that one. No.
You get the gist of it though, like sort of like that, just escalating.
It's just escalating, right?
Somebody catches you.
And somebody goes, right, you know, whoever's supervising, that's enough out there. We're like, right, okay, Dick, right?
Who
And
said that?
Eventually they fucking freak out and they go and get fucking the head of sixth year to come down. The head of the 2 years, right? I'm like, well, history teacher, he's a sound guy, like, but didn't want to get on the bad side of this cunt, like, but he was dead on, do you know what I mean? And I always got on really well with him, so I also was going, fuck's sake. And it was basically me and like about 6 lads out of their ear sitting. We're all literally in different parts of the room, but we all were just playing, right? And that's the best way to do it as well. And his teacher comes down, he fucking hauls us all out, and we're all standing there, and he's basically just fucking going around us, telling us what a sack of shit we are, like. And he's basically going, who was it? And I was just standing there. Basically, I was the fucking blame, like. And this other lad, I think it was you and him, didn't it? The two of you really took a rap for this, like.
I can
As far as as far as I remember, you and this other guy just fucking.
I always got the blame.
Totally
to be
just
honest.
went, here it was us, sir. And I was like,
Spartacus.
it was Spartacus, like, no, I'm Spartacus. And I was just like, no, well, I'm out of here. No, we're going to do want to take shit. You know what I mean?
Did you just work hard at school? Like clearly, when you're two like professors.
I would have worked hard enough at school, like, but I think, do you know, I feel like I worked hard. I hated sixth year, like I'd really checked out by then. I was done. Like, I was done with that way of learning, like, you know, because they told us they were going to treat us like adults and all. And I remember literally on my first day in sixth year, one of the teachers stopped me on my way and they slabber at me about my hair, and I went, I thought we're adults, like, do you know what I mean?
Your hair?
Tucking your shirt.
Why was wrong with your hair?
It would have been spiky.
Oh fuck.
But it wasn't that bad really, like in the grand scheme of things.
Mohawks or your boy to Linkin Park sort of wee twisty things.
Yeah,
Your boy from Pop Idol come up with that.
Aye, Garth Gates.
Gareth Gates ruined you. That's what happened.
I was like an emo Gareth Gates, you know what I mean? Gareth Gates of hell, you know what I mean? That was me.
Did you go through any weird haircut phases?
One time I got a 3 all over instead of a 2. No, I did get blonde streaks. One time.
David Beckham.
Nobody spoke to me for like a
Was
week.
that the rarest haircut you've ever had? I've had some rare haircuts, like.
I got a mohawk, or not a mohawk, what do you call it? Mullet during lockdown.
Have you any photos?
Best I ever
You have
looked.
to send us a photo of that.
Nobody even noticed. I think because I'm so culty looking, they're like, oh, of course he has one.
It's the cap as well. Like if you had that.
The Gaddis was the only boy I go, if you have a fucking mullet. I just came
How do you get a mullet? What do you do? Like, what's the...
stress? Just one day I was just going like this, you know, pulling my hair out of my head.
I had some rare ones. Like I would have kept it. I would have kept it quite tight around the sides and then quite long on the top to do big spikes. So it looked like a knob.
The ox.
And then I started getting it done. For a long time I was getting a cut and Tony guy. And it was I basically just looked like a lesbian mum, like. Somebody should have stopped me at that point.
Karen Bartlett.
I know, mate. Yeah, Karen Bartlett. I used to come out of there thinking I look class. See, when I see photos now, I'm like, why did nobody say to me, "Here, Karen, are you deeply unhappy, mate?" Because the hair is awful looking. Like
6 year, they used to call me Lano.
you did have quite.
I know.
Lano.
You had quite
Do you watch
extreme-
Thundercats ever?
Lano.
I thought you meant
remember-
Lino. Was
No,
it?
Lino.
I remember people.
This man's
calling me
easy
Lano.
laid.
I remember the. What did you say?
This man's easy laid. Lino.
Correct. Underlay.
I remember people calling you out. You had quite extreme.
It was weird. Like
It was like
Charlie
Charlie Simpson.
not Fernando Morientes. Who's the one who played for Liverpool?
Torres.
Blonde. Aye.
Aye.
You know, like in his day when he had the big.
Yeah.
Sort of look. It was weird.
Mate, but here,
Ring and all.
everybody was wearing
I
shit
had a
like
ring
that
too.
though.
aye.
I never had one. Do you know what I had? A cuff. Because it wasn't allowed in earring.
A cuff?
A cuff.
Yeah, like a fake earring.
Oh,
Should have been called a muff because that's what you are when you wear one. But
that's poverty style.
yeah, it was fucking rare.
You had one with clip on once.
I wouldn't even describe it as.
Press garbage.
When you say clip on, it makes it sound like, you know, one of your ma's big fucking
Hoop.
has like a clamp on it, like, you know.
With the
It's
Karen
just one
haircut.
that it would be a real earring, but it just didn't go through a hole, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
Did you ever
story of my life.
Did you wear like?
Oh, I would have. Oh, you know, I would have had. I had my funeral for a friend on one arm and my hymn on the other. Actually, funeral for a friend was on my right arm and hymn was on that.
I used to be like a real
Hymn was
rocker,
the.
like.
Do you remember
You'd have been a real
the heartogram?
music guy in the day, would you?
I was a music knob. Like
I remember the first time I got fully chatting to you, you just started laying into me with Nathan Carter. I was like, I don't know him, sir. And you're like, no, but here's why. Here, wagon wheel shite. And I was like, baby, do you remember that?
No. I can. It,
felt
definitely,
I felt
it certainly sounds like me.
You went so hard, even I started going, how long are we minute here?
Maybe he is shite.
Leave him alone. He's the greatest import we have.
Isn't he from Liverpool?
Yeah, he loves it. Like.
He does love it.
Like
So here, what was I going to say? So, talk to us, Connor, about Document Belfast, because I've seen. So I'm on the Twitter, and when I say. Stop it! I'm on the Twitter of Document Belfast. I don't mean the Twitter.com. Do you know what I mean? What's the crack with that? Are you also on the
main
socials?
ones, yeah. They're like
main
way ahead.
Yeah.
As well, like I'm way behind. I'm like last summer videos on Twitter at the minute. So the ones you've seen are maybe the old ones. I know it's a mishmash of random shite basically about Belfast. So tourism stuff, history stuff.
Where'd you get the idea for it though?
Just walking around Belfast, and I was looking up at like old buildings and stuff, so maybe like old crumbling sort of ones, and wondering what they were before. And
On the
things.
crumbling road.
On the crumbling road.
What is it?
Christ. Okay, who are you looking at?
No.
Let's look up there. And just looked up the information about it, and then put it to like pictures from local photographers, asked them could I use them, and then put the history stuff below, and then started off.
Mad, like, because it's great. Like, I mean, I actually think it's quite interesting that the amount of times, like, if you walk around town, the amount of things you actually see, like, when you're just walking, like, if you're in High Street, like, and you're walking the, I mean, this is an old school thing to do, but if you're, I did this recently, went to HMV in there. It was a good time.
What'd you buy?
It was like, I bought a load of fucking DVDs, actually. So it's a very late noughties thing they've done, but it was great. I went and bought, like, because one thing that I will say about it, like, it has changed. Like, you know, obviously you don't really go there to buy CDs all the time the way you would have done. But I was in it and I bought some DVDs. But it was like you can get like quite obscure or like collector's edition stuff there that is there online actually. So quite enjoyable. But if you're just walking the HMV or you're just going to Boots, you're just fucking walking ahead and making sure you don't bump into any cunts. But like when you actually stop and look around at some of the buildings, there's like actually amazing wee details and like amazing shit that I think isn't there one? There's one on High Street has like quite a lot of Masonic shit on it as well. I think that I noticed recently.
Of Freemason stuff around Belfast.
Yeah,
like,
it's mad.
You look at the symbols everywhere. Like, you know, the wee, what's it called? The wee
that thing, the
measure anything.
Yeah, the sextant thing.
Compass.
Aye, no, wee like V thing. Sextant probably is sextant.
Isn't it like
the Freemason symbol?
Oh, aye.
It's a wee V
sort of thing.
Yeah. Square and
compass. So go.
All over Belfast.
Of course, fucking Masonic Dan knows what it's called.
He is a part of a cult, that boy. That boy's a conspiracy theorist, I know rightly. You remember, Dan, last time I was here? You were cutting out stuff. I nice. I noticed, I was told. 1L Studios, you know what the L stands for? Lies. Oh, don't worry, boys. Your day has come now.
That's fucking sensational. Lies.
The truth will set you free. Not about here.
Full circle, mate. That's our.
That was the school motto. In Latin, obviously.
Yeah.
I went too. You boys didn't speak to me just.
That's a good
mullet.
He's bullied the life out of me.
What was it in Latin again?
Veritas liberabat.
There we go.
Yeah, the truth.
The rampant rabbit.
Yeah. That's fucking funny, mate.
And where did you go to university then?
Queens.
Different things.
Yeah.
Like
What did you do at Queens?
international studies. There we go. Politics and European studies. It was.
I did ancient history.
Ancient history?
Yeah, I did that for first year.
Oh, yeah, the
when
way-
you had to pick a module each.
You might have got. Did you?
Thucydides.
You got taught by the great David Whitehead then as well.
Yep.
Guy with the white hair. Great guy, like.
Not David Whitehead.
No, but here, this guy, like, great guy, like, great.
Oh
professor.
no, I've heard of him countless times. I read all his stuff.
Richie Blackhead was that on?
Oh, that Richie fucking Jesus.
I loved it.
What, did you do pyramids and stuff?
Nah, like ancient Greece. Like he would have been ancient Greece. Like,
Gladiator?
Nah, like that would have been
Roman
later.
one, no, I did
Roman
ancient
stuff would have
Rome,
gladiators, yeah.
Right.
But ancient
interesting?
Greece was more like Sparta and Athens and all that stuff.
We
like.
studied Titanic.
In school, or where did you
Just
go?
in
Did you go to uni?
My uncle's a big Titanic guy. He studies it. He went to see the iceberg that hit it.
Really? Mm-hmm. It still exists. It still exists.
Mm-hmm. There's paint up the whole side of it.
I have seen a photo of that, but I thought, you're a cunt. But there is a photo. There's a photo from the time of paint up the side of the iceberg.
It's still floating about. Although
Is it still floating about?
Well, they put hazard lights on it now.
I can't tell. Stop this. This is. But there are photos of it with paint up the side of it.
My uncle probably took them photos.
Scratched it.
Find these photos. Prove me right. They're on there.
Oh my god.
Is it still floating
It
about?
must be melted.
Huge directs on them full sealed.
to be melted.
But it is. They did have these photos. I'm not making that up. You're a wee dick. I can't tell when you're joking or being serious.
Is your uncle actually? Does he like Titanic? Or are you just making it up? Jesus Christ! Just likes the movie.
Yeah, I
watched the movie
got into it a wee bit into that. I think during lockdown they brought out like a National Geographic special or something about it, and I went and got that, and then I was reading about it, and I actually more recently I got asked to do like to write a script. This was a weird sort of project. Write a script for a documentary series that somebody might be making about Titanic.
The iceberg.
Where they gave me details of specific people who were on the boat and what they did at specific times according to records from the inquiry and the sinking, and just sort of put it all together on a timeline. And I sort of wrote a script off it, but with no speaking, just a script that's like, you know, like when you're watching a documentary and there's like reconstruction, but not with people talking in it.
Yeah.
To write that was weird, but I found out loads more about it. Like fucking mad. Like the boys like in the boiler rooms got absolutely fucking rid.
They're
like,
all dead.
yeah, like one of them like one guy broke his leg and basically they had to do the classic, you know, we can carry you out of here, but we'll probably all die doing it. So
see you later, mate.
Good luck with that water, like, you know what I mean?
Did you see the guy who like? There was a guy or a girl who survived 3 boats sinking. Ships sinking. They were on a boat before they went on Titanic or ship. And people will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 3. And then they went on Titanic and that sunk. And then they went on another ship to work and that sunk as well.
Well, the guy, what do you call him?
Died in, like,
You think
World War
somebody
I or
by the
something.
third boat would have said, take a plane. Love.
I know, yeah. Just walk it.
Me,
Walk it.
the first. No.
The guy, like taller, he was so I think he survived one and then survived Titanic. And I could be wrong about that first one, but he survived Titanic, and then in World War One, he was a submarine captain, and was involved in maybe like a controversial, did we or didn't we execute a load of fucking German prisoners? And then in World War Two, his son was a pilot who died, and then he had a wee boat then, and took part in fucking the evacuation of Dunkirk, like fucking sailed his boat over, lifted a load of soldiers back.
Was Lightaller the one that was like, nobody's getting in these boats?
I think, yeah.
There's only 12 people on this boat?
Yeah, he was that guy, yeah. He was the guy that in the movie is like, get back!
Yeah.
Get back, I say! Or I can shoot you all like dogs. That guy.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was good.
He was the hero.
What about the guy that fucking blows himself away and his family were like, don't know if he did that. Actually,
Scottish guy?
and then everyone was like,
What do you mean blows himself? How did he blow himself away?
fucking shoots himself in the middle of the movie.
Removed his ribs.
He shoots someone. Apparently, this is what happened. He shot someone who was trying to get on the boat.
Yeah.
Realised he was being a
He's a
cunt
Scottish
and shot
fella who was
himself.
doing like the wee backhand stuff
Yeah.
with Billy
well,
Zane.
I need to rewatch that. I haven't seen that in years.
That's a great mix of history and the filmer. He was that Scottish guy who was doing a wee backhanders with Billy Zane. You know?
Yeah. Brown envelope Gene, I call him.
Yeah. That's good.
Billy
That's
Zane
good.
is one of the greatest films of all time.
He's fucking great in Titanic. So
Is he still
he's so
about?
funny.
I haven't seen him in years.
He's fucking hilarious in Titanic.
He's not in The Mummy, I'll tell you that.
I remember him in
He's a
the
guy.
Everybody thought that was him. Yeah.
The Phantom. Do you remember him?
Oh, Phantom.
yes, that's
Phantom.
right. That's
He's
very
also
obscure.
he's one of Biff's wee fuck boys in Back to the Future.
That's right.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him
And
and Paddy Keelty nearly fell out one time.
Billy Zane? Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
His main Paddy Keelty was hosting the very first Love Island,
Right.
and he was hosting with, what do you call her? It was Billie Jean's girlfriend,
Right.
and Kurt Paddy was having the crack. He thought it was flirting. So 2 boys fucking wrestled in Love Island.
Who was the host of it?
She was a model though. Kelly Brook.
Oh
Is he
shit.
going out with Kelly Brook?
Not no more, I don't think.
No. I like the way we're talking about that as if we know all of them. But quite enjoy.
That was it. It was a
I enjoy Billy Zane in Titanic. I love all the, roses displayed. What to do? And look at me, you filth. Great line.
Says something about him being a dog or something, doesn't he? Can't remember what it was.
He calls him a dog.
Yeah, something like that when he's trying to shoot him, maybe.
Oh.
Remember the shooting?
I remember
Through the
he shoots a lot of not Jack. Yeah. I also
When he
enjoy.
got in the boat, there's a woman, then he fucked the child overboard.
Please, she's all I have.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Fucking you gonna not see, you
So
bitch.
he's doing that.
But fucking mad. Like the amount I've seen a lot of shit about it now, like and interviews with people who survived and all, it's mental. There's a great interview does the rounds on Twitter every now and again, of a guy who was the assistant purser on the boat, and it's all about like how he actually survived. And there was a guy who survived by being just drunk enough. They say like he had just enough whiskey to raise his body temperature just enough so that he was like he avoided hypothermia, but like fucking didn't just like pass out drunk. You know.
Thank God it did go down. Tourism has gone to be fucked if it didn't.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, true that.
See, they've done Titanic 2 in it now.
Was it?
Is there like a second lump of stuff?
Is there?
So
The
apparently they've done it all
second
up.
movie? Or you mean...
No, a second movie, and I don't
I
think
was
they'll
about
ever
to
make
say
one.
Revenge of...
Do you know
The
what's
sequel
sort
is
of,
just 3 years of water.
do you know what would be so shite? There's a couple of moments in the movie are shite, but it would be see the museum. It's a bit shit.
But they've done it all up.
They
I know,
did
but
it.
I'm intrigued.
Stuff. Got like big 3D
They
model.
don't have a lot of stuff in it that's actually from the Titanic. It's a lot of this is what it would look like because the rest of it's owned by like private collectors, and they haven't paid for it. Like, do you know what I mean? And do you know what they didn't have, and I don't know if they have it yet. I want to know how cold that water is. I want a touch tank of freezy water.
It's a good idea.
You know,
How cold it is.
I want to know how cold the water is. Obviously, COVID and all, like, but I want to know how cold it is.
Do you want waterboarded? Just to
I,
put it
no,
away?
I just want a touch tank.
What should you pay for that? I'll do it for free.
I want a tank that I can go over. I want a tank that I can go over and put my wee mate in and go, oh Jesus, that is cold. That's what I want.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure there's a tap
Do you
with
know
a
what I
drop of
want?
ice
I
here.
want
you
to
know.
know how many rivets were on the whole boat because it tells you how many was in a panel.
Well, there is a wee ride in it, a wee amusement park, but it's shite. It goes
I
like
hated that.
wee and us then.
It takes you down and then round and then up. That's sort of like being on the. Remember the shit one at Carrickfergus?
I was about to say
The
that.
night ride.
Night ride.
It's like the night ride, which is not as much crack as it sounds.
That was horrible as a child.
was
It was
shit.
like people talking about like eating each other and stuff.
I know, yeah.
Because there was like a siege in the castle.
Yeah.
And then it was like
Somebody dies, you might have to eat their shins.
Around us is
Yeah.
like just these guys munching like
Yeah.
animatronic.
Do you remember
guys.
fucking?
Them's
Do
the tastiest one.
you remember being? Do you remember? Did you go there with school?
Yeah.
We didn't do. I don't
And I
know
went
what
to see
you were
Harry
like
Potter in Carrickfergus for some reason.
with school.
Yeah.
Mental.
At Christmas.
We didn't.
I don't know why I went to Carrick.
See my year. I genuinely we hardly we hardly
Hardly
had
hard.
we hardly had any school trips. I remember Carrickfergus in first year. I remember the Laganside redevelopment in third year geography, which was they took us down to the Lagan. By the way, we went to school on fucking Ravenhill Road, drove us to the Lagan on a bus and went, "There's the Lagan." Drove us down to where the waterfront was sort of like getting built, and they were like, "This is gonna be class," and then we went back to school. Like, that
We
was
could
it.
talk to a building site.
That's what it was. Literally, they went. This is see down here. It's gonna be class. And you were like, I just spat everywhere. There, sorry. I was like, right, okay, and then back to school.
We went.
I think that was maybe 2 of the only trips I had.
They used to take us to building sites and the folk park. That was it.
I remember the folk park. I went there with primary school. It was class. I went there not that long ago as well. I went there just after the pandemic.
Aye.
Fucking brilliant.
I haven't been in ages.
The Ulster American one, yeah,
Hmm.
not that transport one.
In Cultra.
Where's the transport one?
Just down the
Fucking
road.
transport down the road there. We'll try.
Where the Culloden is, hotel.
Aye.
Just
Down there, yeah, opposite side of the road.
There you go.
There you are. There's my
Go
evening.
there after.
Exciting, exciting. Like I enjoy though I was saying though I think we talked about this before, but the Ulster American Folk Park was great, except like one of the women just broke character. Like we're like walking up towards her and you just hear her going. She's meant to be like, in the fucking American frontier somewhere. She just turns around and goes, "When's the lunchtime, Margaret?" And you're like, "All right, all right, G, all right, Bernice."
Sure, she just doesn't live there. Come here.
Do you know what I enjoy though? I enjoy when you go there, somebody will just be making like fucking
There'll be horseshoes and stuff.
fresh sodas in the middle of the fucking place.
Aye.
Do you want
Sweet
butter
chops
on this? I'm like, yes, I do.
Just need to churn it here.
I know, yeah, churn it up.
Better times, eh?
It was. I
Better
like it
time.
down there.
Did you go to
See.
the Marble Arch Caves?
Oh, I've been
Oh,
there.
aye, yeah. I haven't been a long time right now. Every time I went, it was flooded. Because of those, there's times of the year where you
yeah.
can't get into it. Like,
I went there, but not with school. I went there with my man. That's good.
you do Colca?
No, not yet. Mrs.
that?
wants to go there. though.
Colca Mountain.
I know the Stairway to Heaven thing, the big walkway thing.
It's hell on earth. Like,
I don't.
Have you not seen that?
I've never heard of
It's
it.
like pictures everywhere. See, after like lockdown and all, like people are just going up there.
it's
every
like a
week.
3-hour walk to Talbot.
Looks nice.
Aye, but
That's
then,
not my. Tell the
then
truth,
there's a
right?
fucking cloud of fog and you're seeing nothing. You're like, this is
I know,
pointless.
right? I'm being serious here. I'm obviously a bigger unit than either of you, right? Is that Is that good crack for you? Like, would you do that on a Sunday and go, that was a good day?
No.
I would melt me, like. It would melt me even if I was thin.
There was a woman I was trying to get on top of, wanted to do it, so I just followed her up it. There's a date, like, it wasn't just a random doll.
Just
Like,
following women up.
Just any woman, just I want to get on top of her, I better follow her up this mountain.
and I wish I'd have threw her off the top of it. Didn't work out.
Where's this? Where is it?
It's kind of on the Cavan Fermanagh border. So it's like a wee place called Belcoo. It's outside.
Oh, right, okay. I've heard of Belcoo, but I haven't been.
Belcoo, Black Lion.
I think the only thing I know vaguely Fermanagh-ish is Bleak. I've been to that factory.
It's bleak, alright.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I've been there. What, Dan? What's your issue?
Just such a bad experience after this.
It's quite bleak.
It is. It's shite, like. But I mean, I like, you used to, I don't know what it's like now, but when I was a wee boy, I used to be able to go in and watch them make this stuff and all.
I still can.
Aye, like I mean, it's good for half an hour. Is it worth that drive? Nah. You know what I mean? But I wasn't driving.
He gets there in an hour.
I get everywhere in 20 minutes.
You just fucking hitchhike down. Fucking here with your provisional.
We just have what to do, boys. You just had nothing to do. You see, you should have everything at your fingertips. If I want to clean water, I had to drive 4 miles. You're just so spoiled. That's wrong, yes.
You had to go 4 miles to your uncle's house to get bottles of the fucking iceberg off him.
There's a guy in my work, Dave, Mark, who's a huge fan of yours. He's a huge culture.
Right?
Even bigger than you.
That's my demographic.
Must ask him. Like,
Me and Frostbite Boy are like
no.
we're like Fred and Rose West. These boys. Just too prolific.
Fred and Rose West.
That's a fucking wonder statement. Me and Frosty Boy are like Fred and Rose West.
People actually confuse the two of us. Like
Really?
I remember during lockdown, I started growing the beard and all. And then, so he was gone for years. Everyone thought he was dead.
Out with the dolphins.
And then he got raped by the dolphins. And he came.
Hold on, stop us. Wait. You said dolphins. Now there's dolphins.
There might be a bit of hyperbole here.
Well, I've said for years dolphins were bad bastards, but nobody believed me.
What's happened? So Frostbite Boy appeared with dolphins.
I let him explain that.
Somewhere.
He was down holidays in Kerry.
Right.
And he went swimming. But he forgot that the ocean doesn't stop. And he just kept swimming to a point where he was literally so far from the shore. And he was so far out that dolphins started circling him.
To what, rescue him? Or are they going to fuck him or eat
Ride
him?
him, aye, probably. And he holds a goal to them cunts.
And did somebody save him?
He... Aye.
Is he dead?
Do you ever see Swiss Army Man?
You're a wee dick.
You're being tricked all
No,
around.
I mean, I'm knackered. I was
I've been
playing
doing-
hell
I've-
at about 2 in the morning.
I haven't been doing all his appointments since. See that ad for Lidl and all?
He put those big white teeth in them. Those
So,
turkey teeth.
but I tried to get him on the podcast once, and I put it up online, and a good friend of his messaged me saying he's in Texas. He's away to learn how to be an auctioneer.
the 90s textile store? Or like he's in a band with Charlene Spiteri. That's mental. What? So he's in America trying to be what? Become an auctioneer?
No, that was years ago. Then he got raped by the dolphins. He came home from and he couldn't leave again then with the trauma.
PTSD.
But he got picked up by the lifeguard,
Right.
and then he's just been kind of keeping.
Just
But
chilling.
the photo of him with the getting rescued, he had the big beard and all. So just people started.
Right. So
saying,
see, this is true though, isn't it? Whenever that was a character he was doing, wasn't it?
no,
See, some people say it
He's
is.
just from
No.
Dungiven.
no, I just don't give him. Aye.
Is that where he's from? Up near Derry?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. My dad used to make the same shit joke every time we drove through there. We don't do charity around here. Because they're done giving. You were just like,
Jesus Christ.
He paused me at that there.
he,
You need
he
it.
would pause for ages as well. Just be like, go on then. He just said, and you'd be like,
Remember he came out with a song? A single?
That's right, with
And he
our
was in, like,
granny.
bed with the grannies and all.
I remember that.
I think that he's the greatest
Is he the-
entertainer
he-
in the country.
He was the dolphin in that video.
I think
yeah.
he's like Andy Kaufman. Do you know Andy Kaufman?
Yeah,
some
he's doing the
comparison.
best character bit
He's
you've ever
just
seen in your
doing
life.
the best bit you'll ever see. Really see, he'll come out and he'll flatten Pamela Banting someday
Jim Carrey plays him.
on UTV Live. And we'll go, that's great.
Dressed as a dolphin. I just remember,
Give him a porpoise.
I remember seeing a video.
Okay.
I remember seeing, I saw it about 3 hours ago. Saw a video this morning. It's just he's saying about great entertainers of a magician doing. He said it's a video where he says, "I'm going to do the 10 types of magic here for you. And so it's like, I can't remember all 10 of them, but it was like, you know, one of them was like, you know, like disappearing something. I can't remember what you fucking call it. Vanishing, right? And then he's like, reappearance. You know, transformation. So he changes like a fucking red ball into a balloon or something. And then it was like, now, all these different ones. Penetration was one. Where you stab it. And then, but the last one, he goes prediction.
My greatest trick of all.
This was
molestation.
the best.
Majestic molester.
The best. People are going to make
He's
a
an Duffy
poster of my
Circus
last
next
year.
week.
Call it that. They did a thing. So the last thing he did, he goes prediction. You didn't see my shirt changing color, and mate, I was just like,
That's
sign this contract.
one thing I wish I learned was,
It was
magic.
brilliant. It was, I know.
Women love magic, hey?
I love it, but
It's
I mean,
like
you're not doing
shooting-
it,
it's like
so that I love it.
Shooting gash in a barrel. I'm fucking. Women and black guys love magic.
Oh my god.
Do you ever see a show on Netflix, Magic for Humans? All the black guys lose their mind. He takes a 50p behind his ear and he just runs down Harlem. He's away. They do love it. There's a compilation of showing black
my
guys
God.
magic, and it's the most joyous thing I've ever seen in my life.
I don't even know what to say.
I stopped listening after he said shooting gash in a bar.
Oh, fuck me.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant, mate. I knew a guy. Do you know who a guy that we went to school with actually was in my year? I realize I just can't name any of these people. Did magic. I don't know if you knew him. He was in my year. He was in my German class.
I probably would if.
Yeah, you would definitely know him
yeah.
if I told you.
Germans are good at magic.
He was here.
Oh,
Making people
don't,
disappear.
please.
Sorry, that's good.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
that was good. They didn't make too many of them reappear though. He and that's the real trick. That's the real trick.
That was the real trick.
He was
The Deutschfish exists, nobody knows.
Oh fuck.
we're just penetrating ourselves at this point. He was actually really fucking good.
You'll have crack cutting this out, Dan.
He was actually really
I don't
fucking
care.
good.
Good amount.
I hope my career goes down the tube. That's the truth.
It's not yours. It'll be mine.
Oh, sorry. No, it was me said it. I'll take it.
I almost wore my German shirt today too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's the start of it.
I just
Well,
need
that's
the- I just need the Italy one.
just went for the Axis one.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was fucking. I was saying he
They
was,
weren't great either now.
and they loved it. Like,
They used to do a lot of stuff. As well.
yeah, they did do a lot of stuff.
So Michael Bay was telling me.
All right, now you watch their videos on TikTok and all. You were saying.
A TikTok, aye.
I watched a video here. Do you ever watch like one video on YouTube of a type, if you know what I mean? And then the next thing, your YouTube's just 90 of them.
They are listening to this. Like.
So like I watched a video the other day. It was like some World War II veteran talking about fucking taking Iwo Jima, right? And now like my YouTube's all veterans, right? And then Chloe was so on our YouTube's on the TV as well, but it's signing as me on the TV.
Yeah.
So then last night she watched like fucking a couple of, what do you call them, Miley Cyrus and Demi Lovato doing those Tiny Desk concerts, right? And so now it's just literally it's like
Veterans.
It's like fucking Billie Eilish, Demi Lovato,
The horrors of war.
some guy being like fucking Vietnam is no joke, mate. And then
just fully
just
peak.
like and then just Roy Keane. It's
We
fucking-
came into that town like a wrecking ball.
A row of PTSD, every one of them.
Yeah, it's fucking mental.
And that's only to listen to Demi Lovato.
Yeah, it's fucking mad. I listened to a video of a guy. I saw a video of a guy this morning slabbering at Joe Biden. I don't know if you've seen this. It's gonna be a big video, like I think in the next few days, because it was on all the American news things this morning of a guy basically saying, Joe Biden, listen here, I'm a US Air Force veteran, and Joe Biden is normally American politicians, they're schooled in the sort of thank you for your service, that handshake, right? Joe Biden just goes, and you're like, what's wrong? What? Who are you, right? And he goes, and your man goes, I just want to ask how you think, or why you think someone who voted for the war in Iraq should be president of this country when there's millions of dead in Iraq and we've lost so many people. My friends are dead. How can you run? How are you allowed to be president? And Biden's just going, like that. And I'm going, say anything, Joe, right? Say anything. And then he goes, listen, I'm not going after your son. And then Biden switches on and goes, you better not be. You better not be.
But that's great.
And your man's going, my friends are dead. You've killed everyone.
But that's a
Why are you
baller
president?
move. My friends are dead, and he just stares.
And he just,
I like Biden.
he's a mad.
He's not good in the stairs, but I like him.
He's a mad cunt. I was going, how do you not say anything back that? How do you not go, why do you not go, here, come on, we'll go and have a chat about this?
Usually he does say things like, remember the stuff with the BBC and all? He wouldn't talk to them.
Biden?
Yeah.
What was this one? I don't know. I saw it.
No, he's like going in the room. He's like, oh, we're at the BBC. Oh, I'm not talking to you. Oh. He goes back in.
Mental.
Does we laugh after it?
Oh, he's mad. He's
Glasses
mad.
on.
Like, I look at people like that and go, how do you not know? Just, like, switch on and say something. How are they so bad and nothing happens to them? Like, so bad at politics.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, used to be you had to be relatively decent at it. Like,
But sure, nobody that would be good at politics would do politics.
yeah, that's true. I think I would be terrible at it because I'd crack up with someone.
I'd be very good because I'd bring back the death penalty.
Jesus.
And literally it'd be like, if you littered,
Yep.
bang. It needs to be a big
Up
cull in this
against
country. We need another Titanic level event.
What's the thing? Apart from littering, what's the thing that's like you should be shot for this sort of,
Pet peeve. Really.
yeah.
Like death level pet peeve.
Slow drivers would annoy me now. Anyone over the age of 60 should be shot.
Jesus Christ.
My father.
You heard it here
My
first.
father turned 60 last week, and you can literally just see a different man. Overnight, he just turned into this, you fucking young ones, kind of thing.
Just you loading up the
And, them
shotgun.
who are,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're the ones
Old
ruined.
yeller, like, yeah.
Crying.
I like that. I think littering is a good one. Littering is a good one to maybe not shoot.
Vaping.
Can I just say, see vaping, mate?
I tried it the other day. It's like sucking the back of a Nissan's exhaust pipe. It's fucking
what's-
horrendous.
See when someone's in like so people now are mannerly enough to not just spark up a smoke, say, in your car without saying to you, here,
Aye.
can I have a smoke? I would literally rather huff a fag, by the way. See vapes, the way it's all like, oh, this is fucking blueberry and fucking this is fucking bubble gum or whatever. They're
Slur.
fucking stinking. Yeah.
Slur, like.
Slurfly.
Yeah.
My car smells of slur in
It's,
March.
it's fucking disgusting. it's disgusting. But see, like there's boys that vape that do comedy, and when you're in wee tight rooms with them, we'll just come in and go, and you're like, mate, that's man. Like I'm breathing what was in your lungs. Like,
Some of the green rooms are like fucking Gary Glitter's attic. It's just all haze and fucking
haze and lies, promises.
and broken dreams.
Fucks in your green rooms. Jesus.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Do you know what's actually funny about the green rooms of comedy here is I think people think it probably is mad. It's so like
Yeah.
unbelievably
Somebody came in and
tame.
brought him like dark
Dark
arrow.
brownies,
There
dark
was
brownies.
just 12 people going, oh, this is lovely.
Everybody was like, people are like nearly afraid to go, can I have one? I'm like, I'm not going to eat 40 bounties.
Don't-
I mean, I could, but I won't.
Do you watch Wayne's World?
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
It was the first one or second one. I can't remember. It was Alice Cooper was on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
he's-
went in the backstage. They were
Yeah.
thinking it's going to be like a big rocking sort of thing. And he
he's
starts
like-
telling the
He's
history of
talking
like
about
Milwaukee.
like Native Americans.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, yeah, that's great.
It's
Are we
Algonquin.
doing this? What are we doing?
Well, is this not a gaming show?
We'll do a wee FIFA.
No, put them down. Them things are the way the world's the way they are.
No, let's do a wee FIFA.
That's
Come on.
just turning virgins into sandy hookers. They're fucking going insane with them things.
Turning virgins into
We should have brought Monopoly.
This is better than Monopoly. This is more crack than Monopoly.
I've never played FIFA in my life.
You've never played it?
Have you got Spyro?
You thought it was
No.
a paramilitary organisation, you said?
I didn't know.
Do you
what it
want
was.
to let's load this up, Connor? Here, let's do it. What have you what have you got on at the minute, comedy wise?
Nothing. I'm quitting.
Are you actually?
Aye. Come to bother.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, just
Bothered,
do AA because it's normal controls.
I sat in bed last night and I watched it all diamond painting.
Right, you were saying about this. What is that?
It's just, I don't know.
A dog or a doll? Did you say?
It's clearly like if you've autism, it'd be great. It's like very like therapeutic, where you're like stamping. And I watched this for like 3 hours, and I'm going, I think I'm depressed. Eh?
Painting diamonds though.
It's like diamond, like you suck them up. You get like a sheet, and it's like it's all numbered, and you put the diamonds on the numbers. I'm going to buy one to get home.
Sounds weird.
And I'm never
Did you ever
going
do
to.
international?
Let's do it.
I'm
Let's do
never
it.
coming out
Maybe
of the house
Japan.
again.
I'll be here. That's where I'm gonna be. Oh, we're going. Here we go.
Where the fuck's Japan?
Is Japan not on it?
No.
Really?
Let's
They
like call
mustn't.
something
They
else.
mustn't have sold their
For fuck's
their
sake.
rights over. They don't have as many of the countries as they used to.
Pick a country, Mark.
Go on ahead.
Oh God.
Mexico. They're
Mexico.
good crack.
All right.
So,
Mexico versus.
What
North
about
America.
you then,
Cut
Connor?
the heady.
What's the crack? What's the plans with? We'll just get stuck in here. Aye.
Aye,
What's the plans with the Document Belfast stuff?
I'm going to be putting out a wee merch design
Yeah.
at some point soon. Doing a website at the minute, which is an absolute pain in the hole. I have no idea what I'm doing on it. Oh fuck!
It's hard. It takes a while to put stuff together, doesn't it? Just it's a wee chance. Oh, mate! Do you know what that was?
I don't even know what happened.
I don't know what happened either. Clearly,
I was a wee cheeky chip, mate. That's what that was.
Is that you got that?
Yeah. These boys have been the boojum. We know Mexico inside out.
this
Look
is
at
going to
that.
be an absolute catastrophe.
Look
here.
at this.
Who scored that?
Me.
No, but who is he?
Oh, I can't remember.
Number 9.
Where's
I
he
don't
from?
even know. Clondalkin.
He's
It
not
was
from Clondalkin.
no. It was Connor Washington.
How do you like?
So
I don't know what I'm doing here. Actually,
you're getting fucking rid.
I know
That's what's
I am.
happening. So
You know Mario Kart?
my God.
no, it's just we'll play FIFA on this.
FIFA? All you play is FIFA?
Pretty much. I'll occasionally do.
See that?
We've done a wee bit of Harry Potter now recently on
How do
Hogwarts
you-
Legacy.
What the fuck was that?
That's to change your man.
I haven't played FIFA in.
Too long, clearly, because
I played.
the
My brother
ride's
lives
coming.
in Netherlands.
Right.
I played with him recently, but I think it was PlayStation controls. I'm not used to this.
I think the only real difference between this and PlayStation is shoot and boot
Oh
are
my
on
gosh, tackled my own
different side.
player. Did you see that?
What's your favorite thing that you've kind of discovered about Belfast since doing the channel then?
I quite liked I did one on Joy Street off May Street. You know where the big ugly BT building is?
Yeah.
May Street, just off like Cromack Street. Down Joy Street, Charlie Chaplin used to live there when he was performing.
Wow.
And there's a wee tiny Charlie Chaplin on top of one of the buildings.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. So
Is it named Joy Street after the Joy family
Yep.
who owned the newsletter?
'tis indeed the oldest newspaper in the world.
It is.
That was Mark here.
Mate, if you want me to go into newsletter history, Dan, I will. Look, 1737, sold under the sign of the peacock in Joy's entry.
Because it was their office had a wee peacock symbol or
Yeah,
something.
it was a.
Didn't have, like,
they
numbers?
sold under the sign. It was a pub called the Peacock, and there was a sign because like all the. Yeah, that's why like bars are called things like Peacock or like those ones that are called like the
Fuck me.
the dog and fucking rabbit or whatever is because people couldn't read, so they would make like a sign that had a dog and rabbit painted on it
It's actually true.
and things like that.
Huh?
So
That's actually true.
the peacock had a peacock, and that's why the newsletter symbol is still a peacock because that's where they sold the newspapers.
What was that?
Dan's just waking up. So it is.
Mark McCarney's not talking, I'm happy.
I drove all this way for that abuse.
I know, mate. You're getting.
I'm a
fucking-
guest here. You're treating me like that?
Right off, what have you on comedy wise? You fucking murdered an average last week.
No, I did not.
You fucking did, right? You fucking did as well.
I'm with the Geddes on Friday and Saturday in Limelight.
Nice.
I think that's the only real thing coming up.
What's that?
I'd love to disappear.
You would love to.
I would love to
disappear.
just
Would you
disappear.
reappear or?
Something big would have to come for me to reappear.
Just
Like-
go out swimming.
I'd be like our Lord coming out of a cave. It'd have to be Easter Sunday.
I very much enjoy.
Oh, fucker.
I enjoyed you saying, "Just keep swimming."
Yeah.
Oh, mate. So here's somebody we both went to school with. Actually,
I
no,
jump, by the way?
I can't tell that story.
Is it? Oh, fuck
It
you.
was a story.
Oh fuck!
That go in?
It did go in.
Can
How
you
the
hit?
fuck do
Can
not
you
save
hit
that?
anybody
was
in
that?
this?
Was that Stephen Davis?
The first free kick you've ever scored.
No,
What's with my keeper's hair, by the way?
no.
Blasters?
Maybe on this. It's not the first
I've
one.
never seen that before.
It was a slap.
You've never seen me score free.
Over a year.
I've proved.
Jeez, them boys are
Fuck up
loving
over
it.
a year.
60
I've proven that I can do
Look
it.
at my keeper's hair.
There's donuts.
That's a fucking strike from Big Steve. Look at this.
I was
To
working
be
out
fair,
how to jump.
it's right in the corner. Like your keeper's let you down a wee bit there. Like, is that Ochoa? Ochoa would save that in real life. Did you ever see? He's one of those goalies that is absolute dog dirt for his club, and every time he sticks on the national shirt, he's a fucking warlord.
Have you boys money in this? Have you?
No,
Fuck
no, I wish I did though.
Oh, God. Look at that. Take me out. That's a foul.
Great challenge. So, Dan, have we any questions?
See that? Oh, you fucking.
You ever play Atari?
Not for a long time, to be fair.
Right, get back.
I got a new one there.
Did you
A
actually?
new Atari.
Can you still get them new, or did you just buy an old one, or
Oh
you
my
just fucking me about? I mean, I literally can't tell.
Fucking.
Kira, you know what we forgot?
What? The Crisp Champions League. Mark, take over here for a
Cancel
minute.
this game and get into that.
Right. So is that? Well, here we'll do goal the winner. Do goal the winner.
It's gonna be you.
What's going on?
I know. I've said that as I'm on the attack.
No.
We'll do goal the winner.
Go, it's done.
We'll do goal the winner.
It's probably.
I want to score. I want it. Give me my goal.
Oh, come on, please.
If he no, if he
See that?
here, if he scores now, he'll love it. But he won't, and I'm gonna score, so I love it, and then everyone wins.
We'll make my. Oh.
Oh, oh, mate! There's panic. Did you hear the panic on the controller? All that. Here we go.
Just pushing buttons now. It's like Street Fighter.
There's a wee chance. Who's this?
What
Oh,
is
the
this?
boys are
thing?
away.
It's
The
like-
boys are away. Here we go. That's a ball. That deserved a goal.
Right, we'll call that a goal.
Mate,
Look at his hair.
Dan, patience. Have patience. Watch this. Look, I'll get my goal. Everyone will feel better about
Have
it.
it.
Oh, it's coming. Like, it's coming. If I haven't scored by half time, we'll call it, right?
What a save.
Here we
He
go.
saves it now. Like.
We forgot to do the Crisp Champions League. That's what the real problem is. Even though I've
See ya. Oh, I thought I was gonna do you there.
there's a wee chance here for the boys. Here we go. Aji,
Don't you dare.
get in. That's filthy. That is filthy as fuck. If I had gone in,
Defend him.
Finishing Kieran.
I know my finishing does. Oh Jesus, here's a chance. There's a chance for him here.
Go on.
Oh, it's Keeps. That is
Jesus Christ.
Billy Peacock Farrell says no. Like
Oh.
that's one person whose name sounds like a fucking legal firm, doesn't it? Billy Peacock Farrell.
Is that his name?
Yeah. There we go. This chance.
Peacock Farrell LLC. Oh, you fucker. Oh my
Oh,
god.
it's done.
Fuck.
The fat man wins. Here we go, right?
What's going on now?
The Crisp Champions League.
Oh,
So
aye.
we're cracking up in 4 packets here. We'll rate them, and then 2 of them will go through.
Now we're talking.
See, when I was on Shane's Toddcast, I called it that again.
Oh, aye.
Do you want to compile this? So we've got Skips, Thai Sweet Chili Sensations, Beef Monster Munch. This is a group of death here. Quite literally, coronary heart disease. I can't do keto in that group. Hang on. And the Humble What's It. Right. This is what we do here.
I like it.
Wait, stupid amounts of crisps. Right. So let's just fucking here. Let's just break into these.
I know what's gonna be out.
I think I know what loses. I know what's getting the wooden spoon, but the rest is kind of up for grabs.
So are we just like Bake Off or just taking into them and then judging them?
I want you to think about flavor. I want you to think about this versus that. You know, this versus that, and so on. Right? We'll rate them, and also think about home and away, which is like, how do you feel eating these?
sitcom?
How do you feel?
They shouldn't have cancelled it, if you ask me.
How do you feel about eating these in the house versus how do you feel about maybe eating them before a night out when you're going out, you know?
I got a really good what's it there. No, the ones that are like cake.
Yeah.
And
Mate, Skips, I haven't had these in literally years. say a bag of skips doesn't smell good, does it?
Clammy now.
I mean, oh, Jesus.
I mean, that is.
How did it get the prawn taste?
I don't know.
It doesn't really taste like prawn though.
It's sort of stinking.
Eating Monster Munch is a hassle. You need a big old jaw.
Very big. Mate, see, for me, I already.
Skips right for me.
Monster Munch, though. Do you know it's a great time? Monster Munch roulette. Where you get like a bag of them and a bag of flaming hot ones, a bag of pickled onion, just put them in a big bowl.
Oh, I thought you meant with a gun. I have a gun in the carry on. That's a game. 3 bullets,
Where
boys.
it's
We'll sort
you're going
this
to
out.
shoot yourself or a Monster Munch. Yeah.
I've got my 2 semi-finalists. Like,
Is there whoever do you have to wrestle after this or whatever?
So I think this versus all of them wins. I think they're the best.
Say this.
Sorry. For me, the sensations are top ones.
second to last.
Oh, Jesus, this is controversial. Right, hold on.
Do them. Play them against each other. Play against each other.
We need to play them off each other, right? So, Watsits are quite Moorish.
They are, but they can be a bit much. You know,
I don't like that it stains your hands. Like a Watsit.
they be number 1 for me. Number 2.
Right.
Monster Munch against Skips.
So, right, let's do Monster Munch versus Skips. I say Monster Munch.
What happened?
Versus-
Sensations?
No, we're going to get there. Monster Munch versus Skips.
I'm Monster Munch, like. You're liking the skips, aren't you?
Do you prefer the
You know what? It's
Skips? Say Monster Munch?
nostalgic. I haven't had one in years. Reminds me when my father used to bait me.
Now he's over
Did
60 anyway.
could you smell the fish on his hand when he did it?
Is that fishy smell?
Oh, aye.
What is the size of this now?
I know. I
What
was
is
just
that?
looking at that.
To me, that's what you call average. But there's somebody else now.
They've definitely shrunk Watsits, haven't they?
Like, what the fuck is that?
Jeez, you boys, I don't know what's going on with you. See?
So here, do we all agree that, or do you not agree?
I don't like how big they are.
But against the Skip, if you were buying a bag, to eat a bag,
I'd buy a skip.
right? So
Still 2-1, isn't it?
2-1, right? Monster Munch versus a Watsit.
What's it?
Monster Munch.
I go Monster Munch too, so it's 2-1 there as well.
Oh, fuck.
So these ones are automatically through.
Well, play the final.
Wait second. Watsits versus Skips. I go Watsit.
It's
I'd go what's it?
Right. So Skips are out. And then we need to do Monster Munch versus Sensations. I go Sensations.
I go Monster Munch.
This is the crusts for crisps.
It's like Champions League for crisps. That's why it's the
I go
crisp Champions League.
sensations, aye.
Right. So then
2 wins. Monster Munch are 2 wins.
Monster Munch is 2 wins. Sensations is 2 wins because Sensations beat Skips. So this is what it comes down to. Walkers are these, or sorry, Watsits or Sensations. I go Sensations.
I go Watsit, so.
So as it stands then, Watsits are relegated. They go into the Europa League. They go home. Skips go home. Watsits in the Europa League. Monster Munch and Sensations go through. Sensations go through as group winner. Exciting times. We've solved it. We've solved it all. Do you want any?
Who's in the rest of them?
I changed my mind now. Back to start again. To retire.
We've loads.
Just eat them, boys. Don't be judging. This is wrong with this world. There are too many people judging. Just put it in your mouth and say no.
Enjoy all of them. No judgments. Just gobble.
Did you have roysters?
No. They have to be. The one of the rules of this was they need to be readily available in like all garages. You know,
T-bone steak with roysters. Fucking quality crisp.
I like Doritos.
we had blue Doritos, although they went out last week.
Fucking blue. Why
What
would
do you mean they
get
went
blue?
out?
Like a boot.
Oh,
need
you meant like out of circulation.
Nah.
Cheese Doritos, like.
Do you like the cheese ones? I like.
Yeah.
I think the blue ones are
Aye,
the
the
best ones.
cool ones.
Mm-mm.
I like the cool ones too. Yeah.
That's a, nobody likes
Do you know what's a great Dorito? The lightly salted ones, but you only get them in Tesco.
For
They're
dipping?
just salted, and you can just dip them in like stuff. It's nice.
Tesco own brand.
No, like you can get like Dorito ones.
Oh,
You get them in Subway as well.
any chocolate now?
This was the
me
somebody has
started,
asked
eh?
about that, or we're doing a chocolate bar thing. I'm like, lads, Is there any chance I can live to 40? Like, you know what I mean? We've done the biscuits.
Bueno.
We tried fruit in Whole Foods and never got the end of it because it was like most of the things I was eating were disgusting.
Kinder Bueno.
I put a bueno up there, like.
It's good. Like.
I said that.
I know.
I like the ribbon on it. Like,
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Starts white. I like a bueno.
Did you ever have
Bueno's probably quite high on the chocolate chart, like for me.
Bounty.
Bounty's right up there.
What's your-
Bounty's be my.
What's your favourite wake biscuit?
Sandwich.
That's a great answer. Your favorite wake biscuit?
Blue Ribbon is a wake biscuit.
It is.
Blue Ribbon's very underrated, isn't it?
My favorite biscuit though is a hobnob. So it is.
No,
No.
wouldn't crave a hobnob like
One like.
a plain hobnob, no chocolate.
No chocolate.
Apple puffs are hard to beat. I'll eat them day and night if I
Is that
can.
the bakery? Look.
Oh right,
Well,
that was wondrous.
eh?
It's not a biscuit.
I'm missing
It's like,
something.
I love a steak.
Well, I hear-
we're talking about biscuits. So.
I eat them out of
no
date, so they're
wagyu.
crunchy.
You know what else we eat out of date as well? Dark Bounties.
But you're all that stuff, like, legally they have to put a
I
date
know.
in it.
It's
But
just
that thing
preservative,
will
like.
last after the apocalypse. Like,
Yeah. It's just preservatives.
Peanut butter.
like that Bounty, you could
Peanut
probably
butter's unbelievable.
build a house on top of them. You
What's
know?
your favourite type of peanut butter?
I
I
don't
like
like
the
peanut butter.
I like the Tesco crunchy one. It's nicer than Sunpat.
I just like
It is.
Nutella.
It's nicer than Sunpat. It is
Smooth, but put it with Nutella.
smooth
And
peanut
it makes
butter.
like a Reese's peanut butter cup on
That's
toast.
interesting. That's interesting, but I don't like smooth. I'm just like, right.
But if you're putting it with Nutella,
Dan's giving me the signal here.
What's wrong
I'm
with them
not sure
now?
if he wants me.
I
to-
wouldn't
better
listen to
rabbit hole
that
here.
too, I know.
Well,
That boy there, I'll tell you one thing. That boy was born in Nazi Germany. Forget about it, eh? I wouldn't trust that man as far as I could throw. Don't worry, it'll come out. It'll come out.
do you know what?
Release the Broderick cut.
See the next boxing thing. You know who's going to be up?
you and Dan.
Oh, I'll
fight of the
do it
ages.
long before it. Turn that camera around right now.
Thanks a million for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug before we go?
Not one bit. eh?
Love it. Anything you want to plug?
I feel like I shouldn't now.
Oh, dude, definitely
Document Belfast is on
everywhere.
everywhere.
TikTok, Instagram, or the main bit. I'm not on Facebook. Don't do that anymore. So shite.
Fuck Facebook.
Twitter as well for more like conversation sort of stuff.
Snapchat?
YouTube as well. No, I wouldn't be on that now.
Lethal.
I can't really do it.
Your podcast? McCarney, what's your podcast called?
Morning, McCarney.
Morning, McCarney. Get on there. It's a good
I
time.
wouldn't bother.
Thanks, Molino, for coming in.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, I'm going to definitely take these with me. Bye.
Oh, love.